So this is a play on the Pina Colada song, only it's called I Need an Escape. Pina coladas are okay, rain is overrated. I'm sort of into yoga, I have a whole brain. I like making art at midnight, dunes are precious. Don't spoil them with your erotic behaviors. I'm probably not what you're looking for, but I still need an escape.
Can everyone hear me? Thank you so much for being here today. The mention of the word escape makes me think about conversations that I want to escape from. So this is called You Cannot Keep Doing This. I am your sibling, your partner, your friend, and you cannot blame me for the boundary or try to manipulate when I draw my lines. Just don't be surprised is a real threat to the heart as much as a knife at my throat when I try to speak my mind. You can't strong-arm me into pity when you compare your life to mine and resent the ways that I've supposedly had it easy. Don't blame me for how others respond to my desire to cradle them in the cold, feasting on my love like it's a free buffet without wondering who supplies the food or the cost of how I give and give and give. What entitles you to burden me with this? Why is draining me better than therapy? How many men must demand from me kind words, endless patience, sympathy? I don't have a mental health degree, just rudimentary studies in psychology, and it's barely enough to help myself. So why do you expect me to heal you too?
I have two, but I think I'm going to go with skin rash. And skin rash is about, I have to stand up, sorry, about claiming my body. My body medical scar, my body mental scar, my body ancestor, my body repercussion, my body keloid, my body varicose, my body got mouth on it. My body, see my body, my body. My body shatterproof, my body soft tissue, my body peacock, my body platypus, my body not your body. My body target, my body focal point, my body wants she's body. My body erect, my body immediate, my body deterred, my body retrobate, my body clickbait. My body, I said. My body escape, my body cinematic, my body war, my body fire, my body squall, my body sparrow, my body retro, my body not your body. My body calabash, my body bitterroot, my body chicory, my body questions, my body questions. My body storyteller, my body stretch, my body protest, my body confess, my body undertow, my body thrash, my body hot take, my body burning bush. Whoever wants to have something.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find that part. There was a lot of mention of body in that. I'm on the wave, so just thinking about bodies, I think about my mind and the power that I have over my body, and sometimes I lose, my mind just doesn't want to coordinate with my body, so I'm on the wave of what could be a suicidal tsunami. I want all the harsh, salty sting to hit with me full force now. Help me forget, help me be apart from this unreality, because this reality can't be this sweet crest, ready to flood and bless, to hear me weep, to unfeel what shouldn't be felt, so water, spring on my soul, with your healing. Make shallow the emotional depths, if only to be surrounded by the cool, caressing pressure of drowning in the ocean of bland security.
What are you doing there?
Might be close to the phone.
Maybe.
Oh, it's the phone, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that phones would do this. Okay, I'm going to be super careful. That one, thinking about like surfing and the ocean, definitely has me thinking about a piece I'm not very good at naming poetry. It's very, very difficult to try to, I think, summarize a big feeling, which is honestly what my poetry often tries to do. So this one is just called Oceanside. I too know what it is to be pushed and pulled at once like the tide, for the world to be too bright to comprehend with widened eyes. I know that for now, you are in that place far off from me, in the distance place where the sky meets the sea, that hazy blue to blue meeting of a place of white light. You are so far away that at least for now you appear bright. You are rising out of the distance like a ship at sea, your barely visible footprint in the sand washing away. You are the foam that clings to the surf and the beach that fades. You are the minuscule shells that ebb in with the tide. You are also those shells that float into the ocean again and maybe to resurface in our world someday. But for now, you are lost, swimming into the unknown like when we stare out at the sea. And I know you are out there even if I cannot see you, but I feel you, breathing in the sea, apart but still with me.
So this one is for a friend, Susan Howard, who we lost a couple of years ago. And she was really into Harry Potter, so much so that she wrote an essay about how the schools were had their own aspects of slavery, and she compared them to the actual aspect of slavery. And I think she got to meet who's the person who wrote Harry Potter? Rollins, yes. I was about to say J.P. Morgan. Okay, so, and she was into a lot of other stuff. So this is called When a Sister Claims Her Own Damn Wand. I bet there's something Hogwarts about where you be smiling now. Maybe Dumbledore is your fairy boat guide, waiting with your mother and father and Jesus, a goblet for you, a chilled bottle of Sauvignon Blanc in his other hand, something to cleanse your palate for your journey. And it is Dumbledore, not Sir Michael Gambon, all robed out by the funky lit bus station from out of bad film noir. Getting old is knowing old is coming, growing skin tags and moles riding the roadmap of your epidermis. These specks appear like spring blooms whenever. These specks ride you on out until your eyes turn off, not some predicted age you believe you would die at. So hard the monotonous mathematics of death, that twirling of our time, that twirling of white wine, releasing flavor's blast, that woeful trumpet, brilliant at sending you off.
No, I think we're just being a very polite trio.
just go.
Harry Potter reminds me of London, and this poem is for Moth, who inspired this, and it's called London Punks. I wrote this back in 2017. London Punks. Spitting in the face of silly commoners, the way of life of us is highest and up above. Feel the heat, feel the rush. Allow the smoke and dust to rock and roll you to sleep. Set your stance against the fence. Break the links, save your defense. Rules are meant to be broken, like a wayward treasure trunk. This is the way it feels and thrills to be a London punk.
I was raised to be a Christian person, and I am not necessarily a Christian person anymore. And I think that examining theology, no matter like how you do it, is pretty punk rock. So that's why I chose this next piece. It's called Water to Wine. Jesus turned water into wine, and that wine became his blood. And Sundays we sup from that cup, sucking or slurping up iron and his vessels to make our own vessels clean from earthly desire and sin. And what a goddamn miracle, right? I first heard about Jesus turning water into wine in second grade at Sunday school, and the story sounded like a dream, like the magic we didn't speak of under this roof of our Lord's house. My little eyes stared at the two Dixie cups before me, one filled with water, one with grape juice, in a silly attempt to preserve my innocence from the devil's drink they served each Sabbath, not so different from the bottled wine adorning Mama's spotless counters. How could clear, pure water shed from the sky transform into squished and aged souls of grapes? Human beings are 2/3 water. When will we too turn into wine? Does the purity in our veins transform these bodies into strangers in the shade? The liquid within becomes richer and thicker after fierce pains gunk it up and makes our heartbeat still. Do we shed our thick skin and become more likely to kill? I have aged, a fine Merlot, a heavy and acquired taste, rosemary and coffee over ink spilt on parchment. My soul has become dry, a sweet rosé to heady red, from water into wine, and I will not be drank by those who wish to keep their hearts pure.
Kill was mentioned, and then there's this expectation too of who we think people are supposed to be. This is called Killer Bees. There are 99 ballerinas searching for the home they are running away from. Vigilantes in this apocalypse because no one could hear their angry feet, cracked with broken and reset toes, crooked and disformed for the rest of their serviceable existence. They continue to spin no matter what. Often they crumble in kitchens and bedrooms, always to the groaning of men. All arenas receive our standing ovations by watchers robotic to the tutu, faces like a LOL smiling emoji, not a bit of sense running through what doesn't grimace. People ain't all one thing. The things you do to be arena when everyone looks for some art to toe pointing and point shoes. The art of shenanigans. Arenas are the silent army in the streets, taking out double takers with their powerful legs, their slippers embedded with razor blades, their turns ravaged with razor wire, cinematic, non-choreographed. They fast toe, step point, like a pat of flamingos, heated, full of that red blood splashing about their faces and tights. We're all broken and taped like yesterday was a waste. The arenas smile and sweat because they know it was not.
I do have one that would thematically like go with that.
That's what it's all about.
And that's what it's about, the themes. Okay.
Get to the chopper.
So I was a double major in theatrical directing and in creative writing, and one of the things you have to do as a theater person is direct a show. And so this is actually called Happy Closing, and it goes to everybody who helped me with my capstone final project. I've never looked forward to endings. That last page of a novel is so thin, fragile, an image carved into dust. Perhaps it's why I always defy the first snow after fall, the bleak cold of the year at close. It feels that there's still so much more to be done. Strike has always felt that way. All this shit needs disassembled, the theater stripped down to its barren bones as we tap dance away. Sweeping confetti sparkles hardly speaks to the efforts of those worlds memorized, popping from kernels into life on the stage. Emptiness echoes because it is full. Absence reeks louder than any applause. Hearts full of vessels rushing to carry whispers of the ephemeral into memory. We won't recall the shattered glass, but the taste of this play will stick to our lips, chapping them like the peppering snow as it told that cold story outside of our world, as we told a worse one, making our own. Every play's curtain must close one last time. Stories are told to tangibly end, but they return, perennial memories that spring into life. When watered with ideas, bathed in the light of good conversation, stories linger longer than frost or that first layer of snow. The roots of the stories we tell always grow.
I have two poems. She mentioned snow, and I don't know, I have this one that mentions snow. I wish I could really capture how magical this felt. The snow was patterned by the wind, and it sparkled like fairy dust. The sun was starting to journey onto the other side of the world, and I felt like I needed to capture this moment of time, slowly evolving into memory. It felt redemptive, and adaptation sometimes bites. But it can also be worthwhile. When you reach past the chill in the air, the bitterness turns into a refreshment that you want to drink in like hot, soothing tea. My evolution has been very slow and gradual, but it's happening at least. I really want the pattern of inefficiency to come to an end, but maybe that's the thing about being human. Everything takes forever, but nothing lasts forever. And then here's a poem about moonflowers. Just going into like winter and then spring. When the moonflower blooms, the summer is wrinkled like a dirty rag. I fling it once and it's all I had. This virus is stuck in my head like a monotone tune, sentencing out the years spent and wasted on what was good and had gone bad. Like the blossoms on my family's tree that got bitten and died, I will soon feel the slow death of this dirty rag.
So we only have a minute left, so I'll do this small one called Awake, and it kind of plays off that kind of hopeful thing. We barefoot on this red plot, so in need her hips and thighs, tender with her old loins. See, she our young days, we her blue skies. Thank you for the first round. One of you have to decide who's going first and second.